Well, this is my Minas Tirith project, Jaboom style, you could say, inspired by Lord of the Rings, inspired by the original Minas Tirith, but I went my own direction with it. During the pandemic, I think end of the first year, start of the second year, I started building it, and as you can see it here, it took me 3 months. At that time, a lot of spare time, so and I was in a building flow, you could say. So yeah. Now it's like I thought, well, this is it. I showed it on a convention, and I got a lot of nice reactions. So I heard myself say, okay, I come back next year and I will build the third ring. And actually, it's been a while since I have built this project up, and especially for this video I dusted off. It's still the basic shape. I mean, it's I have to do a lot of repairs. It's too clean, there's no green, I miss a lot of details, dirt, so I have to add a lot more. But I'm really excited to start building again and expanding. So 2 things: I will expand it starting in July this year with a third ring, and I also will repair it and bring some more detail to the project. So how big will it be? Let me get a measure tape and show you how large it is now and how large it has to be with the third ring. So this measures roughly, let me see, 46 inch, 120 centimeters by, oh well, 110. 41 inch. And adding the third ring means that the distance between this wall, the outer side, and this wall, the inner side, I want to do it times 0.5. So if now the opening is 14 inch, 36 centimeters, it has to be 21 inch, which means, and I will lay it out, 21. 21. Okay. So this is, mind you, the inner part. So the outer part will then be something like this. And that will be the whole project. Adding a third wall means I have to extend the mountain. Perfectly fine. Have to get rid of the seam. Got ideas of that. But more importantly, the whole structure has to be raised, I think, that's at least 10 inch. So the whole project, as you see it here, will be elevated 10 inch. And then I have my, and in front of that I will build the final wall. So yeah, that's what the plans are. Now, mind you, during this build I made a lot of pictures. I didn't make any video footage. Will do so when I start doing this, and hopefully I can bring you take you along in the whole building process, if you like. So yeah, that's it.
So how did you actually come up with the idea? Why did you start this? How and why?
How and why? Okay, so I so actually there was during the pandemic there was a marriage somewhere in the US, and the couple is totally freaked out by the Lord of the Rings movies, and in that community they asked if people would like to build a specific scene item from the Lord of the Rings, because they wanted during the festivities, they want on each of the tables, they want something of the Lord of the Rings. So I said, oh, okay, why not? So I built this house, this little house. And I have some pictures of this specific house, how I made it. And had a lot of fun doing it. And when it was finished and it was shipped, I thought to myself, oh, that's a shame, it's such a nice house. I want to build it again. So I built it again for myself. And while doing so, I thought, well, it would be fun to build some more houses. So actually I built the one that goes next to it. And from that point on, I was thinking, why not make a whole street? And then things went wrong in a way that I started with the layout of the street. Actually, I drew the street with all its nooks and crannies there where the buildings should come. And after I built or made roughly the street, I end up with these openings, and I made these blocks of foam, simple solid blocks of foam, and placed them alongside the road. And building it, I went like, I took this specific block, I looked at it, and I transformed the block in the house you see now. And I did it with every house. And while doing so, yes, I started with the outer wall. I wanted to have the wall behind, and well, the rest is history, I guess. It's all more or less linked to the architecture of Minas Tirith, like the crenellations, they look really like the movie, but overall it's my own flavor. And another thing which is important is I really kept the focus on the composition, like lower parts, higher parts, and I really had to watch out not to make every tower the same height. So I made some notes and sketches about, okay, this is high, this is a bit lower, that goes in the middle, etc., etc. So for this part, so actually that's what I did. 3 months and it was done. If I should build it again, I will build it differently, but I won't. I won't build it again. I will extend it, but in another way, with some other techniques. And furthermore, since this is quite wide, I will start again with the road map. And for those of you who wonder, the gate should be here, so it's not in the build. But then again, this road will somewhere have a bridge that goes here that connects to this wall, and I might make some other connections as well. And this is a single street, and here I will make streets like a building in the middle with streets that goes left and right. A lot of elevation. Yeah, but that's something I will start next month. I put it aside now, but it's close at hand, so when I start, I'll let you know. Yep, actually that's it. So this is my Minas Tirith project. Had it for a long time, never showed it off that much, and now we have a video. I hope you like it. And oh yes, this is interesting. Not it's interesting. This is maybe fun. If you have suggestions about what kind of house or hall or whatever I should build, let me know, and maybe I will add it to the build. And I hope to do a lot of separate videos where you can see me building streets, houses, bridges, walls, etc., etc. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's wrap it up. Thanks for watching.